Intro and welcome to another brand new video. Today, we're going to talk about what FSReader is. Is it a virus? What does it do? And how do you get rid of it? If you know what it does, leave a comment below and help everyone out. Also, if you want to stay updated with all the latest software, tips, tricks, and more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's jump right into it. FSReader appears to be a software application that is designed for basic and regular use on PC systems. Now, I don't have any specific info about this particular piece of software because it might be a very niche or a lesser known app, but can tell you about how software like this is generally made, how it works, and also the setup details. So, how is FSReader likely made? Well, most basic PC software like FSReader would typically be developed using one of the following programming languages. So first off, there's C++ or C#. These are very popular choices for developing Windows applications, especially when you need a lot of control over system resources or when you're working with hardware. Next up is Java, which is known for its cross-platform compatibility, meaning the same program can run on Windows, Mac, and Linux without changes. And lastly, there's Python. It's great for simpler applications, and when combined with GUI frameworks like Kinter or Pict, it's possible to make quite versatile software. Now, regardless of the language used, the process usually involves creating a project in an IE or integrated development environment. Here's some examples. So for C++ or C# developers commonly use Visual Studio, while Java developers often use Eclipse or IntelliJ. IDEA and Python developers prefer VS Code or PCharm. Inside these environments, developers write the code, which consists of instructions that, when executed by the computer, will perform various tasks. Any software like FSReader would typically have several key components. First is the user interface. This is what you interact with, and it could be a graphical user interface or a text-based command line interface. Then there's the core functionality module, which contains the code that performs the main tasks of the application. FSReader probably has a module for reading files and displaying them to the user. Additionally, there's usually a configuration and settings management component that lets users personalize their experience. And finally, there's File I/O, or input and output operations, which allows the software to interact with files and directories on your system. Now, let me explain how FSReader might work based on its name. FS stands for File System, and Reader obviously means reader. So it likely reads and displays contents of files and directories. So here's some potential functionality. First, it could offer file management, allowing you to browse and view files and directories on your PC. It might also provide basic file operations such as opening, viewing, copying, moving, or deleting files and folders. As a document reader, it could support common file formats like PDF, TXT, DOCX, RTF, and others. The software could display text from the documents and enable searching for specific words or phrases. It might also show document properties such as page numbers, current page, zoom level, and more. Additionally, FSReader could have a system info component that shows basic hardware and software information like CPU, RAM, installed applications, and OS version. Some advanced features that it might have are multiple document tabs, customizable interface, support for plugins or extensions, and integration with cloud storage services. Next, I'll tell you how to set up FSReader. Okay? Now, this is a very general guide because the setup process depends on the specific software. But for most basic PC software, including FSReader, the process is usually pretty straightforward. First, you'll have to download the installer. This is the file that will install the software on your PC. You can usually get it from the official website or a trusted software repository. In many cases, the installer is an executable file with an extension of .exe on Windows. When you double-click the installer, it should start the installation wizard. Okay, this is a step-by-step guide that helps you through the installation process. Follow the instructions read the license agreement. Choose the installation location and select any additional components you want to install. After the installation completes, launch the application. This is the first time you're running the program. Some software may require you to register or activate the software, especially if it's commercial. This usually involves providing your purchase details or a license key to activate the full version. After activation or registration, you can start using the software. If it's your first time, you might also want to configure some initial settings to personalize your experience. And now I'm going to tell you about the possible features of FSReader. As I mentioned earlier, FSReader is likely a file system reader or document reader application. So here's some features that it might have. Starting with the basic ones, it should allow you to browse and navigate through your file system, search for files and directories, open, view, and close files and directories, perform basic file operations like copy, move, delete, rename, and possibly create new files and folders. As a document reader, FSReader should support common file formats, display text from documents, allow searching for text within documents, show document properties like page numbers and more, and provide options like zoom in and zoom out. And now I'll share some common issues related to FSReader and their solutions. Keep in mind that FSReader might not have any issues per se, but rather problems could arise during installation or execution due to various factors like system configuration or other software. So for installation problems, here's some common issues and fixes. If you can't find the installer on your system, recheck your downloads folder or the location where you saved it. If the installer doesn't start when you double-click it, try right-clicking and selecting Run as Administrator. The installation wizard doesn't appear or the software fails to install. Try downloading the installer again from the official source. Make sure you have enough disk space for the installation and verify the system requirements. And for runtime errors, here's some common issues and fixes. If you get an error message stating a newer version already exists, check for updates or reinstall the software. To reinstall, uninstall the software completely using your system's built-in uninstaller. Then, reinstall it from the official source. If the software crashes or stops responding, try updating it to the latest version. If that doesn't work, you can try to reinstall the software or run it as administrator. And for performance issues, here are some common issues and fixes. If FSReader runs slow, sluggishly, or crashes frequently, close any other resource-intensive applications. These could be web browsers, media players, or other software. Try closing unnecessary background processes and reduce the number of open files and documents. Check the software settings and see if there are any options to improve performance. If necessary, you could also try updating the software or reinstalling it. Now, for more specific info about FSReader, I suggest checking the official website or documentation, looking for user forums or support channels, and reviewing the help files that come with the software. Thank you for watching another brand new video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to leave them below. I'll see you in the next one.